Hi, I want to talk to you about the Reflections Notebook so you will know what it is exactly and why we are doing this. Okay, now you need to remember we're not all reading master students, and there are people out there that have specialized in science and social studies, all different content areas. And this notebook can work for that. So you have to make it work for you, okay? What it is you've got a double entry notebook. I want you to find either, just a spiral notebook, or you can use a folder that you already have and place paper in it. But what you're going to be doing is you're going to be getting instruction. Um, this is the instruction on the right-hand side, and then you will respond using your own method on the left. Okay, so how I use this as an English teacher is first I taught the students the reading strategy. So there would be a strategy taught, and I would model it, a lot of times using picture books, even for middle and high school students. And then they would practice on this side using a method that they felt comfortable with. And why this works so well is because sometimes you'll have ELL students in your class or ESE students in your class, and you're going to have them use their strengths. Okay, so if they're reading and they're using a strategy, they might actually be drawing pictures. Or you might have students that will write down a collage of bulleted words. Or you might have a student that loves to write poetry that will respond using poetry. Or you might have a student that loves to write music that will write a song. Or it's what it allows for is differentiation of instruction. You are not differentiating the content that you're giving them on the right-hand side, but you are differentiating the way they produce their product, whatever that might be. And it gives you, as a teacher or an administrator, it gives you a collection of work that you can share with the parents. If the parent doesn't understand why the student is not progressing, then you can pull it out and show what you have done, the strategies you have taught, and then you have a record of how that student has responded. And really, this was probably one of the best things I did as a teacher. I didn't start this until I worked with gifted and talented students. I had ESE students and ELL students all in one year. And I realized that, it was a great place to, for them to have a toolbox of what you're teaching them, and they can use those strategies as they go out throughout the year, and they have a place where they can really think about what they're reading and respond. And I guess if I think about this in terms of history, it would be the same way, because you would be teaching them some content, and then you would have them on the left-hand side respond. And with social studies, there would be a lot of neat ways to do this. If you think about it, is if you were studying something in social studies, they might can find a newspaper article, or write about something that they see on the news, or write about events that are going on. I mean, current events. With science, I'm sure there's a way to do this as well. If you're teaching them photosynthesis, and on the left-hand side, they are making sense of it in their own brain, whether they be drawing a picture or writing a haiku about photosynthesis or whatever. It allows you to see what's going on in their brain. Okay, here's another example. I taught them a strategy for summarizing called Somebody Wanted But So, and they actually practiced this with the book that they were reading. And you are allowed to select a novel that you want to read. I'm going to give you some options. I have tons of books in my office. If you live in Pensacola, you can come borrow one. But you need to select a young adult book that deals with struggles and perseverance. And the reason why I'm choosing that theme is because it is so wide open. You could read something in science about struggles and perseverance, or you could read a historical account of something, or you could read a young adult book, a fiction book. So I want you to go ahead and get your book, and again, I will give you some suggestions or some places to go for look for the top novels. Don't forget to look at my site, thebookdealer.net. I have some reviews up there, so there might be a book that you find of interest there. And don't forget, I have tons of free books, okay? So if you want to come by my office and get one, go ahead and get your notebook, and we're going to start working on it this week. Remember, yours doesn't have to be beautiful like you see some of the students' work here. The students really decorated and used some of their artwork. Here I taught the story grammar, and then the student made their own chart with To Kill a Mockingbird, which was the book that she selected to use. It does not need to look like perfection, okay? I let the students capitalize on their talents when they were working on these, and that's what I want you to do. What I want out of this is that you are learning the research-based reading strategies. So if you're going to become a principal, you're going to know what you should be seeing in that teacher's classroom in terms of research-based strategies. Okay, so I want you to realize that that's why we're doing this. Also, if you're a content area teacher, you can start to think about how could something like this work in my class. Okay, hope you're having a great day. Thank you for listening, and let me know if you're having any problems. Okay, bye.